Disclaimer, because I know I have to say it. When I say live in the moment, you focus on what's going on at that point in time. But that does not mean to not think about your salvation, to not think about where you want to end up. You know what I mean? To not put God as your source. It does not mean to abandon yourself. And living in the moment does not mean to make reckless decisions. It means you can make great decisions that make you feel good, but not reckless. Like, come on, we're not going to live in the moment and go, oh, I'm going to cheat on my girlfriend because I'm in the moment. Oh, I'm going to, rob the police because I'm in the moment and it makes me feel good. No, we're going to make smart decisions and we're still going to remain true to our salvation with Jesus, with Source, with, who we truly are. So, just a small disclaimer. You have a good day. Let's say, you have your baby and you can hold your baby and they're so tiny and teeny and you can love on your baby. But then once they get older, you can't teeny tiny love on your baby. They want to go do things. They want to leave the house. They want to have their own life. And then it's like, oh, shoot. You know what I mean? I should have focused on that moment when I had it because now I don't have that moment anymore. So things pass you by. Nothing in this life is literally meant to stay the same forever. Like, oh yeah, you might stay in the same apartment for a couple of years, but it doesn't mean you're going to be there forever. It doesn't mean that your circumstances aren't going to change. You might have a job. It doesn't mean you're going to stay there forever. It doesn't mean you're going to have the same pay. It doesn't mean, anything can change. All things can change, At one point, I was just a single person with no kids, and now I have a kid. I got my own place. Like, everything in my life has completely changed. But I also feel really bad because I did not live in the moment. I stressed about the future or the past. And we don't need that. We don't need to be that in the moment. And really just absorbing what's happening in that moment makes you so much grateful for your life. And at the same time, it gets rid of your anxiety, your depressions, your anxiousness when you're just focusing on whatever's going on. Like, if you're focusing on that TV show, you're focusing on time with your kids, or you're focusing on whatever it is, that's the way that we need to live. We need to stay in the present moment at all times and understand that life is always working out in our greater good. And of course, you can manifest what you want for your future life, but don't dwell on the future. Don't dwell on coulda, woulda, shoulda, or what would have happened, what could happen, what might happen, what I don't know if it'll happen. No, just focus on where you're at right now. Of course, make those steps, when you're in the present moment, to get what you want to get, but don't dwell on it where it's an obsession, because it causes you to feel bad. So let's stay in the present moment. Hey, you guys, so briefly, I'm just coming on here to tell you something that we have to live by. So, when we're focusing on our past and we're focusing on our present, we're focusing on our past and we're focusing on our future. We're not focusing on our present. And so we're giving literally our minds anxiety by focusing on things that, we either can't change or things that haven't happened yet, because we're so anxious on what's going to happen, or this happened, so it hurts me this way. But you guys, life is ever changing. Nothing stays the same forever. Literally, this moment that you have right now, you might not ever get again. So live presently in the moment when you have those moments, because things are constantly changing. When I look back at, what moment I was in 2016, it's not the same moment I'm having now. You know what I mean? So let's live presently.